Hi, everybody. Can you see me now? I think you froze for a second. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good. I can see.
Okay.
Beauty
So everybody,
boxing.
I
I
just
got
want
you.
to say thank you for watching. Thank you for listening in. Today we have a amateur boxer who is turning professional. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Oh, maybe
Hey,
he's
what's
stuck.
up, guys? How's it going? My name is Raul Salomon, aka Roll Money. You know, I'm gonna make my pro debut October 30th, Friday, at the Grand Hotel in Tijuana. It's gonna be an amazing event. We're getting prepared. I got invited to be on a live stream yard. It's called right, live with stream yard with Beauty of Boxing and MMA. Joy. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you. I'm super excited that Chris, your new trainer, has
Yeah,
had
yeah,
me bring you on before your pro debut because then we can get you out there. And as soon as your pro debut and everybody sees who you are and what you got,
yeah.
you know,
They gotta see what I
I
got.
hope, just like I put in the title, you're hoping to make a big splash. And you're in the middleweight division, super middleweight.
Super middleweight.
That
Yeah.
division is so, so stacked. Oh my gosh.
It's good right
Um,
now. It's good right
I
now.
Yeah, I usually focus mostly on the lower divisions, like 130 and down.
Yeah,
But oh my god, I mean, I love Canelo, obviously, so I can't
yeah.
get away from that division, even
You're
if
with
I
the big
wanted
boys
to.
now.
Yes, I'm like, whoa, okay, we got my ginger juice. He's
Mexican.
my man.
You know what I'm saying?
Canelo will be like forever, but I'm sure since you're 160, you're gonna be up there fighting with the
Of
big
course,
boys
of
soon.
course. You know.
So I'm super excited. Tell me about your amateur career because I know obviously you've had a long amateur career,
Yeah,
but
it was too
let the
long,
fans
too long.
know.
What was that?
Let the fans know about your like background, your amateur
Oh yeah,
career.
yeah, yeah. Of course, of course. So I pretty much started boxing when I was 5 years old. You know, my dad he was always into sports. He grew up playing soccer, so obviously that's what he wanted me to do. But it got to a point where I didn't like soccer. I don't know. I was talented in it because I don't know. I feel like I'm talented in every sport that I do.
Like
But
you're athletic.
yeah, I'm athletic pretty much. Yeah, I was blessed with that gift.
Mhm.
And my dad told me he's like, hey, we play soccer, so I was like, all right, let's do it. We played a couple games. In the league. There's the Mexican leagues that you play when you're little. So I played. I liked it, but at the same time, I didn't like it. Something about it wasn't giving me motivation. So one
Mhm.
time I went to the boxing gym and I was like, all right, let's go. We used to pass by this gym called DG Boxing in Long Beach, California. I would drive by it when I was a kid, get on my seat and I'll be like, hey, I want to go to that gym, I want to go to that gym. I was like maybe 5 years old. And then my
Mhm.
dad was like, all right, he ordered us, yeah, right, just always start talking about it. So then one day we went and he's like, if you're gonna do boxing, you gotta do 100%. So I was like, all right, let's do it. So I started training and right after the first training, I told my dad, I love this. This is what I love. I could feel it. And being that young, knowing that I wanted it, it was pretty impressive. Because I
Yeah.
knew I wanted it to do it. So then I grew up boxing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old until I was about the age of 12 is when I had my first amateur fight. Then after that, I just kept on going to nationals. I went to, I think my first national that I won was when I was like 15. I think it was like the Eastern qualifier or something like that. And then when I was 16, I won the Golden Gloves tournament in California at the age of 16. Being so young and fighting how do you call it? Fighting grown men. Pretty much all grown men.
Yeah, that's a big tournament, Golden Gloves.
Yeah, Golden Gloves. Being by the age of 16 too. So it was pretty impressive. Everybody would give me props. Being so young and fighting grown men.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, let's do it. So at the age of 17, the next year after that, I won the Golden Gloves again. But this time I made it to the finals and I couldn't pull it off. Something about it just didn't happen. So then year after that, I was like, all right, it'll probably be my last shot. I was 18 years old and I wanted to turn pro. So I was like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna turn pro. So then I won the Golden Gloves again and I went to nationals. The whole thing again. So pretty much I won the Golden Gloves 2 times, California. And then I won the regionals 3 times, pretty much 3 times, and I won the state 2 times, and just when I was 17 years old, that's when I lost the only time. So then after that, I came back. I won. I made to semifinals for the Golden Gloves. Matter of fact, it was good guys there. I think I had a Nikita Bobby, had a lot of dudes that I fought with too, and it was cool. It was coming from California, especially. Everybody would be like, "Oh, you're from California," and I was like, "Yeah." Where you from? I was like, "I'm from Nebraska." I'm from Tennessee. I don't know. I guess they looked at us California dudes different. What you said. I guess we had our own swag. They were like,
You're
"Oh, where y'all from?" We're like, "Oh, from
supposed to be
Cali."
you're
They were,
from California. You're supposed to be harder.
yeah, they're like, "You from Cali?" And I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "How do you know?" He's like, "I don't know. I could just tell." I was like, "Oh, so I guess if you could tell, then you could tell." So then I came back and I wanted to turn pro, but I had a couple injuries. So I had to pretty much step back, and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna step back." I was kind of just a little bit burnt out. Because I was training for a long time. Pretty much anticipating my debut. So when it happened, so I went to school, started going to school, stuff like that. I would still train. They would invite me to spar. Spar get Rosado, spar a lot of upcoming. Well, not they're upcoming. They were pretty much champs.
Mhm.
And at that point, and I started sparring them, and I started getting more motivated. When they would tell me, "Hey man, you're pretty good," and I was like, "Yeah, man." I mean, and I wasn't really motivated, because I was. So they would tell me, and I'll be like, "Yeah, you're good," and this and that. And I was all right, let's do it. So I started training again. And then I was really motivated. And then I was gonna do the Olympic trials. What was it, 2019, right? Last year. I went to do Olympic trials. I went to Tijuana to go train. Matter of fact, with one of my friends, probably know him. His name's Lázaro Lorenzana. They call him El Rey over there in San Diego. So I stayed with him for the camp. So we were both gonna get ready, to go to the qualifiers. So we're, let's go. We want to go train out there in Tijuana. We would walk every day the border,
Oh.
and come back walking too. It was insane. It was a sacrifice though. But and it made me think, like damn, this dude does this every day. I'm pretty sure I could do it for 1 month.
Yeah.
So my respects for him too. He's a great fighter. He's a great teammate too to train with. So then we came back. It was like a 1 week left for the Olympic trials, right? So we were training, and out of nowhere, I get injured again. So it was
Yeah.
pretty much the worst time to get injured, right before the qualifiers, 1 week before, matter of fact. So then I had to come back again, rest up 3 months, had an injury, and then I was unmotivated again. So by this time it was like January. So I was just training. I was just training, trying to stay in shape. After the injury, they're like, hey, just take it easy. But I was like, no, I was motivated. I was motivated, but I wasn't motivated at the same time.
Enough. You weren't motivated enough.
Yeah, I wasn't motivated enough. Yeah, exactly. So I would train, and then uh, I was training with a walk card. Matter of fact, and they were like, "Hey, so there's gonna be a show on April 10th, right there at the Montebello." And we're like, "All right, let's do it." I'm ready. I'm pretty much ready. I just need to get in shape below 2 weeks. Give me 2 weeks, and I'll be good. So we were training, and then out of nowhere, this COVID stuff. I saw it on the news, COVID and all that stuff, and I was like, "Oh,
When was it? On April?
April 10th. It was supposed to be my debut this year."
Oh no.
Yeah, and then this COVID stuff, he started, hey. In the beginning, it was scary. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, damn, it sounds scary. But when I started to realize, we can't really kill you unless you really have an illness. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So then after that, I was just training, during the quarantine.
Were you
Yeah.
at a gym during quarantine, or were you training like at
Well, like
home?
the first month when everybody was really scared, everybody was like, oh. So I feel like the
Yeah.
first month I was just running. I was kind of looking around, kind of scared when I was running, just in case the cops, oh, damn, the cops are going to pull me over for running. Or
They
working out, do shadow, pretty much just stay active, just to lose some sweat, break the sweat. So then after that, so we found a gym. We were like, hey, we were with a trainer, like I said, Bird Lake Jensen's name.
Mhm.
So Bird, how's it going if you seen it?
Mhm.
So we went with him, and then he was like, hey, I got some friends over here at Elite Pro Boxing, let's go hit that gym. So we went, we checked it out, and was like, all right, for sure. We just need to do our own thing, and we'll leave, you feel me? So we're doing our thing. We're sparring with some good guys there, I was sparring with Toro Adams, the brother of Bannon Adams. I sparred Bannon Adams too. He's a great boxer. Guy's talented, man. He is hard too, you know.
Yeah.
Brandon Adams, a couple bunch of guys, you know, that were hungry there, you know. But the one that standed out more was Brandon Adams. That guy is something else, you know. He fought for the title, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty much already been up there, you know, and it was a pleasure for me to work with him, you know. Him to push me, you know, tell me, hey, you know what I'm saying, talk to me, and you know, I'll be like, motivate me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So then it got to a point where we started the fight started coming up, you know. My dad was like, hey, look, people are fighting in Tijuana, you know, and there's still COVID. I guess they're doing some stuff out there. They don't care, and I was like, let's do it, you know, let's go fight, you know, TJ, you know. So then we tried a couple times, but the place that we tried to go for, they either shut off or they weren't gonna put my fight on BoxRec. So we were like, oh, what's the point of paying so much money, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He's not gonna be on BoxRec, you know. So we're like, all right, just keep on training. So then we found Chris during that time, and then you know he's like, oh, let's do it, you know. I guess because he's Chris. I've been knowing him for a long time, you know. I sparred his brother, Jonathan. He's a good guy too. He's a good boxer. So he pretty much knew the talent that I had. So he's like, all right, let's do it. Let's train it. I'll train you. And, you know, we pretty much there from there. So pretty much my fight is 1 week from now.
Remind me.
1 week from now. And it's, you know, I'm excited. Hopefully nothing happens this time. Hopefully, God, you know.
Yeah. So
get the knockout first round.
Oh, I hope. Well, we'll be watching your trainer, Chris. He's also trains Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
Yeah.
A great super middleweight also, right?
Yeah. I guess you could say that.
He's a big body.
No, he's a big body. He's a big dude. When I first saw him, I was like, "Oh, damn, this guy's huge."
I know, me too. Yeah.
No, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. You know, I like him. He's a good guy. But when I saw him, I was like, "Oh, damn, this guy's huge." You know, he had a big back. He's tall. Like, damn. So I sparred him too. It was good work. You know. Right away, I felt the experience in the ring. You know, you feel it. You know, like, oh, damn, this guy knows what he's doing.
It's so crazy that he trains so much and he trains so hard, and then his fights don't come through that way.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
I see him sparring. I see Chris pushing him. You know.
Yeah.
I'm sure the more he works with Chris, the more disciplined he'll get.
Yeah. Well, I feel like with Chris, he actually fought better. You know.
Right. Yeah.
Other times, you know.
I saw improvements. You know.
Yeah.
So. I'm glad he's working with him. I mean, there's somebody that you can spar, and I'm sure just his name alone can bring other, you know, big guys for you to spar.
Oh yeah. Obviously, you know, Chavez is one of the most respected names in boxing. You know,
of course, because his father. I mean, obviously, his dad is like my idol. Like,
yeah, his dad knows.
He's like the top of the top.
And movements on fleek.
Right.
Even in his last fight, I don't know, his little exhibition. You know, he had a good hand movement.
Oh my! And then he didn't want to stop. He was throwing putazos in that fight.
I was like, damn, these guys are gonna have a heart attack in the ring.
I know. I was watching him and I was like, no, dude, nobody's gonna stop this man. He does not care. Like, for this old, and he does, like, I mean, that's how much he loves boxing, though. You know?
He loves it. You know.
I hope actually, at that age I have that still, the spirit of like love.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure you will. You know, you look good. Matter of fact, actually, when I went to El Defe to go train out there too. Same thing with the same dudes, you know, from San Diego. I was with Francisco Ortega. He was gonna fight. What's his name? He barely fought. El Caballero. What's his name?
Randy or the brother?
Navarrete.
Oh, Navarrete.
Yeah, he was gonna fight him over there in Defe, so we were gonna go train in Puebla. And it was cool, you know. It was cool experience in Puebla, you know, train out there. The altitude, you know, was pretty much what got me. So then, right there at the same spot where they were gonna fight at, I forgot what it was called, the stadium. Chavez was gonna have like kind of like a speech, you know, like about his life. So I actually want to go see that, you know. And it's crazy that you know, one day you're here with him over here, and he doesn't even know you, and then I don't know, you're over here with his son, you know, sparring him. It's crazy, you know.
Right.
It's crazy how the pages turn.
I know, that's funny, that because Chris had told me one day. I mean, he knows that I love Chavez, and then he had told me one day. He said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Chilling at work. What are you doing?" And then he's like, "Oh, you want to come over to Julio Cesar Chavez Sr.'s house?" And I was like, "Shut up!
Hell yeah.
Don't do this to me." And then he's like, no, look. And then it was right before the last, not the last Chavez fight, not the one in Mexico, the one that was where him and Chris, or maybe it was when him and Chris wore those bright outfits, the electric.
It was his previous fight.
Right.
The cheetah, right? With the cheetah print, kind of.
Yeah, like zebra or.
Yeah, zebra, cheetah, both.
Oh yeah, they were that, and then yellow and purple and that's crazy, but that's so him, obviously. Yeah, I was ready for that fight, and they had the outfits on, and I was like, "Oh shit, he's not joking."
I'm not joking, it was cool.
And that's when I was like, "Hey, Chris, I need to get into that gym again. What you doing over there?" And then
you need to start working out right there, girl.
I know, and then he's like, he always tells me too, like, "Come on, we'll train you." And he's like, all right. And then the other day he's like, look, he's like, these are the guys I got. And he started telling me, and I was like, okay, we can bring them on the podcast. Let's go. But it's for you because you're going to your pro debut. It's going to be super exciting. And
and like I said, it's something I've been anticipating for a long time,
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be a good fight. I've been ready. I've been sparring the best. I sparred Chavez. I sparred Munguia. Spar a lot of dudes, that actually last month is when I sparred Munguia and Chavez at the same month. It's pretty cool.
Nice, yeah, that's nice. And what was I gonna say? I forgot. I was gonna say something about that, but I can't. Oh no, I was gonna say you've had how many amateur fights? 150?
Yeah, like around 150, 152, around there, something like that.
Wow.
Estimate,
It's crazy because amateur backgrounds. The amateur pedigree that you guys obtain in fights, it's different. People don't understand that it's different when you're coming from that big of a background and then you're coming into pro boxing. Like you've been around forever now.
Yeah, it's pretty much been around forever. I'm pretty sure every gym that you go to around here in California, you mention my name, they'll realize, they'll know who Raul is,
You've been there. You've
Raul Money, they'll be like, oh yeah, he be one of my fighters,
And that's why I put in the title. I put, you're gonna make a big splash, and
it's gonna be a big splash.
We're just waiting, and then as soon as they get them KOs, and then
they're gonna start to remember. They're gonna be like,
right. Yep.
It's gonna be another great theme because I actually do music too. I don't know if you've seen. I do reggaeton music. So then after that, I got a video shoot over here in LA. So after we're gonna celebrate, and matter of fact, my birthday's on November 9th. So
that's my son's birthday.
Oh yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah, that's my son. He's my only child.
He's gonna be a beast. He's a Scorpio like me.
He does not like boxing.
Nah, probably like something else.
He likes baseball though.
Baseball? I actually played baseball. Matter of fact,
I love baseball
until I was in high school. I played baseball. I was in varsity freshman year. I'm telling you, I was good. I was good.
Yeah, you're athletic. Well, you're 160, so 160 division. That you guys are built a little bit different.
We're built, and then
built different.
Baseball, I love baseball too, but it got to a point where it's pretty much getting burnt out. And my dad told me, you gotta choose one,
Yeah, you gotta focus because that's the only way that you can actually hone your craft. I see people, that are doing other sports, and it's not the same as when you're just focused on boxing and you're that's your life. So I'm sure.
Yeah, it's pretty much your life. You spend your whole life boxing.
Yeah.
You realize that it's the only thing you're good at. Well, not the only thing you're good at, but it's the only thing that you love. That you wanna.
That you have the passion for, and
something that you would invest everything for.
Right. It's worth it too.
Yeah, it's worth
it. It's worth it. I know it's worth it. I can tell you a million times and motivate you it's worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it. After when people tell you, oh, you move good. Oh, man, you got this. You got this and that. It makes you feel special. It makes you feel like you belong in the sport.
Right. Yeah.
And sometimes boxing is a lonely sport.
It is. It's a lonely sport, and people come and go out of your life. I'm sure.
Yeah, people come and go, and it's crazy.
It is.
At the end of the day, when you're running, you're running by yourself.
Yeah.
You're at the top of the hill, you shut on by yourself,
Yeah, you have to get motivated. That's one thing that motivates me to do what I do is seeing you guys, because I really do. I love boxing. I love boxing. It's my life. Chris knows. He knows I'm crazy.
What got you into boxing? Or what made you love boxing?
I don't know. I think because My dad, he doesn't have a boy.
Mm.
It's just he just has 3 girls, and my sister's not into sports at all. And I just kind of gravitated to it because me and my dad have like really similar personalities.
Yeah.
So I gravitated towards it, and he would always be watching it with his friends. Like all his friends would get together. Remember, like for pay-per-view, like it's 75. Everybody's like pitching in money for like the
money for the fights, and for the moves.
Right there. So I would always be there. I would be like all the guys would be watching it on, and I'd be just sitting on the floor too, watching it. I remember I remember watching everybody. I would always be mad because I'd be like, why do they wear like Cotto? I would be mad because he had like pink socks.
Yeah.
He always wear pink. And I'd be like, why is he wearing pink? He just shouldn't wear pink. That's stupid. That's a girl color. That's like, and I would be mad.
Yeah.
And because I didn't understand like what they were doing or anything about boxing. But I continued to watch it. It just kind of like stayed with me. And I have a nephew who's he's pro now. Mm-hmm. He's 9-0, and he's over here. He's only like 126 pounds.
What's his name? What does he go by?
His name is Anthony Reyes.
Reyes?
Quiet Storm. He's training right here because I'm from the Coachella Valley. So I live in LA now, but I'm from the Coachella Valley, and he trains here in Coachella at the lis.sten.to gym with Chocolatito right now.
Oh yeah, right there. Yeah.
He's in his second camp with Chocolatito. His trainer is Caballero.
Oh, Caballero.
Marcos.
His Randy, dad, right? They have sons, right? That box too.
Yeah, Randy's dad, Randy Caballero, and his brothers fight too.
The small dude, yeah, I guess he's not boxing for some reason right now.
No, he's been injured like a lot of times too because he has a really bad like ankles.
Yeah.
And he's had injuries, and then I think he broke his foot sometime. But he's always had problems with his feet, so I don't think he's gonna come back. Remember he fought Diego de la Hoya and he lost.
Yeah, I remember that fight. It was crazy.
On the undercard.
Who's with the cool ass uppercut? You got him. Man.
Yeah,
that was sick.
Randy's had so many surgeries even before that fight, and yeah. But I mean, he kept a good record for a long time. And his dad's a really good trainer. His dad, he's not as good as Chris, but he's a good trainer. He trains my nephew good, and he's 9-0. And I think Chris had mentioned too that you were almost gonna sign with Golden Boy before.
No, yeah, I was gonna say I had a couple offers. When I was younger, like I said, I was gonna turn pro, but these injuries and all this stuff caught up. So I was gonna sign with Golden Boy. I want to go talk with what's his name? Joel.
Oh yeah, I love Coach Diaz. He's my guy too. He's the one who
I want to go talk to him. He's a cool guy, man. I respect for that guy, man. It's crazy how it made you feel special. Especially when you're barely coming up. You're a young guy. He's like, oh, what's up, Chan? My automatic FO. Welcome. I was like, it feels good to be here. Hopefully I get signed. So I guess I signed a proposition, and then I had a trainer that I guess sent it to him, and then we were like, I guess because during that time we wanted to switch trainers. So then I guess he didn't send me the proposition. He just kept it for himself. I guess it was like more of like if you can't have me, no one can have you, something like that. It was something like Yeah. But I was with them for a long time too, so I guess I kind of know why you feel that way.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's boxing, baby. Gotta do
I used to get mad because when I very first started, since I'm here from the Valley, Coach Diaz was the one that I like approached because he would see me at fights. He would see me all the time at all the fights here. I would go to all our fights. So he would see me. And so I asked him one day, like, if I can go to the gym and take pictures of the guys training. And he was like, yeah, go ahead. And then he told me, like, when I got there, like, you're welcome anytime. Like, you're always welcome. And he made me feel so nice, like, where I wasn't nervous or anything. Like, I know I was just starting out. I didn't even know how to take freaking pictures. Like, luckily there was another guy at the gym, Cumbia, and he helped me. He fixed my camera. He put the settings, and he's like, let me help you do this. He like showed me the lenses and everything. Yeah. Before he left the gym, because he's now at Robert Garcia's gym. But he helped me do everything. And then Coach Diaz was like, you can come every day, whenever you want. Like, you can come. And so even before like Lucas Matisse showed up, he gave me a message like, hey, who's coming? Like a big guy, because he knows right before not before the Pacquiao fight, before the Pacquiao fight. And but his nephew too from Argentina came, and I got to meet all of them. And then anybody that was going to the gym, I was there. I was kind of mad like in the beginning
This was
because
in like around 2017, huh?
yeah,
Yeah, because matter of fact, I fought his nephew that same year, and
it's,
that was when I was injured, and they were giving big names, I was like, hey, you want to fight him, Matisse? And I was like, I'm not even ready, but let's go, let's go fight him. So we went to go fight him right here at the Indio. I forgot what that thing was. I don't know, see, I don't know what hotel, but it was. But it felt so good, when you came out with your own music, it's like you were pro, amateur.
yeah,
He beat me that time. I honestly I wasn't ready. But my respects to him. He's a good fighter.
yeah,
But I know that once I'm 100% ready, it's gonna be a different fight with him.
yeah. It would have been different, obviously.
No,
Um,
way different, way different.
the injuries that you've had, where are they? Are they in your hands or the arms or?
They've been in one in my hand. Pretty much one in my like right here in my arm too. Just injuries that pretty much prevent me, from being able to move, to run, stuff like that. It's because stressful all the time.
Yeah, it slows everything down.
Slows
And then
everything
you have to
down.
heal. They don't want you to do anything at all while you're healing.
At
Yeah,
all.
I'm sure that's and then they
Straightforward.
want you to get sick. Yeah, I know it's a big deal. Boxing is a crazy little business we're in, huh?
Crazy, super crazy
We
business.
literally sacrifice everything. Like I wake up sometimes to interview people like fighters like at 3, 4 in the morning because they're
Yeah,
from the UK, they're from Ireland. I'm like, I don't care, I'll do it. I'll get up. Or even like going to the gym, like going 2 hours, in
yeah.
traffic, get to Long Beach just for a media day. Like we do it because we freaking love boxing. There's nothing that we can stop us. Like
So
if
you
you're
like
gonna
Long Beach? You like Long Beach?
yeah, I go to Long Beach. Like, I'm supposed to go Friday. I think they're having a media day for Anthony Garnica.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Long
What
Beach.
was that? I'm actually from Long Beach. Is where I live at right now.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that you're a native in Long Beach.
Long
Yeah,
Beach City, baby, East Side.
Long Beach is only like maybe 20, 30 minutes from me if it's like no traffic.
Yeah,
Then like traffic is like 45
yeah.
minutes.
And there's always traffic right there. What is it? That 4 or 5 now? I think traffic's crazy.
No, where I'm from, here in the Coachella Valley, no traffic.
No traffic there, huh?
We have one freeway and we have no traffic. We have no traffic and we don't have no drama. It's crazy over here. It's so quiet compared
No, yeah,
compared
like
to
a week ago, I was actually over there by the Coachella Valley. I was sparring. I forgot his name. The bully. He has a complicated name. I can't really
yeah.
spell it.
It's like with an M, right?
Yeah, no, I had bets better something like that. It's too long.
Better better
Yeah,
view.
better view. Yeah, something like that. Better view. Yeah, something like that.
The
And
bully.
that's what I sparred him like 5 times this month to
Nice.
have him for his camp.
Ooh,
That guy's
he's
it's
massive.
hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's a big
Yeah.
dude too. Solid dude. But he's
Yeah.
nice. He's a nice dude. And my
Does he
respect
speak
for all of
English?
them.
Does he speak English?
He does, but a little bit.
Broken.
He's like, oh, thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Like, yes, bro. Thank you. Shit.
Oh, how
Good
cute.
work.
Yeah.
Especially that guy. Is the Russian dudes are tough, man. My respect to those guys.
Yeah, I used to go all the time because Coach Diaz has like slots where he keeps his guys.
Yeah.
So he'll like the morning, then like the morning run, all that. That's like 5, 6 in the morning, and then
Yeah.
11 he has another group come, and then 3 o'clock the other group comes, and then the nighttime is for like the big guys.
Yeah, the big guys.
And I would always go in the middle because I would like wait till my son gets out of school, pick him
Yeah.
up at 2:30, and then go to the gym.
Yeah.
And so I'd be there always with the Russians and the Ukrainian guys. Always, they'd be the middle group.
You
So
probably know how to speak Russian by now. Then.
no, what's so funny is that they would never talk to me, and like I wouldn't try to talk to them, but they would never even speak to me. And the only time I ever would hear them talk is when they would like go live on their phones.
Yeah.
Because they have all their like Ukrainian fans and Russian
Hit him
fans,
with the jab, but
and all of a sudden they're on there. Then I'm like, that's the only time I can hear them talk because they wouldn't normally talk.
Those guys talk fast too. Talk fast.
Yeah, I don't.
Foreign too is when they don't talk. They yell.
Yeah, they have like booming voices and their accents and all that. It's scary just because it's Russian, but I'm sure it's not scary. What they're saying is probably not scary. It's probably just like normal shit like us.
In the ring, they're scary.
In the ring, they're scary.
Scary. They're big dudes. The technique is different. Everything's different.
And that, but that helps a lot because you're in there with them, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're probably scared too, you know.
Yeah.
Once they feel that punch, they're like, "Oh, damn, he's
they're
good,"
like,
you know.
Who is this guy? But I'll go ahead and end the interview so you can get back to your life. And I just want to thank you for your trainer, Chris, of course. Thank you for having you on, and I hope I get some more of you guys. And of course, I'm gonna see you in the gym. I'll be there soon.
Yeah, you can get more anytime whenever you wanna. Like I said, stop by the gym. You know, take some flicks. You know, take some flicks for next champ. You know what's up?
Right, let everybody know who you are.
Yeah, you gotta know. You gotta know. You gotta know. They gotta know. You gotta show me off.
Right. And then, but go ahead and let everybody know where to follow you on Facebook, Instagram. Go ahead and shout out anybody you want to shout out before we go.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Chris, so my boy, chilling. I want to give a shout out to Real Boxing MMA. No, there's a lot of people I want to give a shout out. You know, it's too many lines, too much line. You know.
And where? But tell them where. Okay, just tell them where we can follow you on.
You guys can follow me on Instagram by Raul Salomon Jr. Salomon. A lot of dudes say Salomon or Solomon. It's Salomon. Jr.
Salomon.
Yeah. Raul Salomon, like the king, you know. So then follow me there, and you know, just keep up with the journey, and trust me, you guys, it's gonna be different, you know. The guy that does music, reggaeton, and he boxes, you know, dang, I don't think I've ever seen that before, you know.
Nope, that's gonna be a showstopper for real, huh?
Yeah, and then especially when the music video comes out, it's gonna be insane, you know.
When is that gonna come out?
Hopefully on maybe like around November 15th.
Nice.
Right after my birthday is when I'm gonna shoot the video, and then we're gonna go up there in LA, you know, Hollywood Hills, you know, with the drone shots, everything's gonna be insane, you know.
Oh, thanks for the invite. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm like, are you inviting me? Right.
I'm gonna be in the zone though. You know.
Of course.
Yeah. So if you guys want to give me a follow, you know, obviously support the music, support the boxing, you know. Let's do it from here, like the Dominicans say, pa' aquí pa'l mundo, eh.
Thank you for coming on, and I'm gonna tag everything below, so you guys can keep following Mr. Salomon.
Raul.
And they'll remember that name, I'm sure, after this.
Of course, they'll remember that name for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna end the broadcast now, but go ahead and stay on the line, and then we can talk after this. Okay?
Yeah, for sure.